Ever stop to think about the huge invisible networks that are working 24/7 right under our feet to power our world? We're talking about some serious infrastructure here, and maintaining it is a massive challenge. So let's dive right in. I mean, seriously, how would you even start? It sounds pretty much impossible, right? Imagine trying to scrub the inside of a straw that stretches from New York to Philadelphia. Well, that's exactly the kind of mind-boggling scale we're going to unpack today.
So, to really get why this cleaning is so important, we first have to understand what these pipelines actually are. They're way more than just tubes in the ground. You should think of them as the world's arteries.
This quote from our source material absolutely nails it. It's the perfect analogy. Just like the arteries in your body carry blood to keep you going, these pipelines carry the energy that fuels, well, everything. They are the circulatory system of our entire industrial world, and keeping them clean is non-negotiable.
But just like our own arteries, these pipelines are under a constant threat of getting clogged. And we're not talking about a minor inconvenience here. This can spiral into a full-blown crisis.
So what is all this stuff that's clogging them up? Well, it's a pretty nasty cocktail, to be honest. You've got everything from waxy buildups to thick tar-like stuff called asphaltenes to mineral scale, which is kind of like lime scale in your showerhead, rust, and even slimy biological growths. All this junk chokes the flow, jacks up costs, and can cause some serious damage.
And if you think the gunk is the only problem, think again. The pipelines themselves are an engineering marvel and a cleaning nightmare. We're talking hundreds, sometimes thousands of miles long. They change in width, they have countless bends, they go up and down mountains. Plus, you can't just pop open a hatch wherever you want. Access points are few and very, very far between.
So how in the world do you solve a problem like that? Well, you call in the specialists. You bring in a highly engineered cleaning crew that's designed for this exact job.
And the MVP of this crew is something called a PIG. And no, not the farm animal. It's actually an acronym for Pipeline Intervention Gadget. It's this brilliant tool that gets pushed through the pipe by the product's own flow, and it just scrubs and scrapes its way from one end to the other. Pretty clever. Now, there are two basic ways they attack the problem. First is pigging, which we just covered. Think of that as the routine toothbrushing that keeps the pipeline healthy. But for the really tough, caked-on blockages, you need something more intense. That's circulation cleaning. They basically isolate a section of the pipe and pump powerful chemicals through it in a loop to dissolve the gunk. That's the deep clean.
But the technology doesn't stop there. For the most extreme jobs, engineers have come up with a solution that's even more advanced and a lot stickier.
Okay, so scraping and dissolving is great. But what about all the little bits and pieces that get knocked loose? How do you make sure you get every last speck out of there instead of just pushing the problem further down the line?
The answer is gel pigging. And this is just brilliant engineering. Instead of a solid tool, they send a slug of thick, specially formulated gel down the pipe. This stuff acts like a giant, sticky bulldozer, lifting up all the debris and trapping it inside its own structure. The gunk gets suspended in the gel and carried cleanly out the other end.
The process is actually beautifully simple. Step 1, they inject the gel pig. Step 2, as it travels, it basically swallows up all the debris. And step 3, the whole sticky mess, the gel, and all the junk it's carrying is pushed completely out of the pipeline. Nothing gets left behind, it's a clean sweep.
And this isn't just some theory in a lab. It's real-world tech being used right now for some of the toughest jobs out there. Our source material actually points to companies like Bowsher Energy that use this exact advanced gel technology to make sure pipelines are as clean and safe as possible. Now, with all of this incredible technology and complex planning, there is one principle that guides everything. It's the one thing that can never, ever be compromised: the safety mandate.
Because, let's be real, cleaning a pipeline isn't just a simple maintenance job. You're dealing with powerful chemicals, extreme pressures, and absolutely critical infrastructure. If something goes wrong, the consequences can be enormous. So the absolute top priority is always protecting the workers and protecting the environment around the pipeline.
This is why every single one of these jobs is run like a military operation, governed by an incredibly detailed checklist. We're talking months of planning, choosing the exact right chemicals, managing every pound of pressure, and having strict protocols for worker safety and environmental protection. Everything is controlled, and everything is documented. There is just no room for error. So here's the big takeaway. The next time you fill up your car or heat your home, just remember this massive, invisible effort that's making it all possible. Keeping the world's energy arteries clear is a super complex, high-tech, and incredibly important job that is literally keeping our world flowing.
And that leaves us with one final thought. We've just taken a look deep inside the world of pipelines, but it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other invisible maintenance, what other hidden systems are working all around us, all the time, to keep our modern lives running?